Hey everybody, today I thought I'd do a quick walkthrough of my shelf of shame. So these are all the board games that I've purchased that I've yet to play. Now the first bunch of these games are pretty much from my most recent board game buys, so I've not had them on the shelf very long, but hopefully I'll get them played pretty soon. So first up we have Celtics here. So this is the board game version of Lost Cities. So I really like Lost Cities, and this one has the same card system where you've got to play them in order. However, this one accommodates 1 to 4 players, so I'm really looking forward to maybe to play, with that player count and to get that Lost Cities experience in, with 4 players. That'd be really cool. We have Hadrian's Wall, which was one of my most anticipated games from last year. Only recently managed to get my hands on it. This one is probably the most involved and heavy flip and right game that you'll ever see. I'm still working my way through the rules for that one, but hopefully I'll grasp them soon enough and get that one played and reviewed. But very excited to try that one. We have Zanguo, which is a game published by Watch Your Game. This one is a pretty involved Euro, and these are the ones that seem to be kind of falling back or to the back of the queue on my shelf of shame, because they are harder to learn. They do take a bit more time investment to get your head around them, and because the new games come out, they kind of tend to push these games to the back of the queue. And when I do have that rare opportunity to learn something new or something old from the collection, then I'll probably lead to something a bit lighter, but I've got to make more of an effort to learn these heavier games. We've got the Golden Ages. This one is a kind of a midweight civilization style game that, to be honest, I didn't really have a massive intention of picking that one up, but I found it an absolute bargain. I only got it for £10 or something. So who knows, it could be a sleeper and it could be good because I've heard good things about it. So yeah, I like it. I like the opportunity that one kind of brings. We got Calis, an absolute classic worker placement game that I've never played. So this one has the old traditional Astari artwork on it with the stern man on the front cover, looking very angry. I love it. So yeah, hopefully trying to get that one played soon and get that final bucket kind of list game played. We got Brussels 1893. So this one is actually coming out again in 2022 with the expansion involved. But I found this one an absolute bargain, so I had to pick it up. I couldn't really turn it down, but been after that one for a long time because it has been out of print. Another pretty involved Euro, but yeah, excited to try it. We got Boone Lake, this one, to be honest, will be played sooner rather than later. It's pretty a priority for me at the moment. This one is a brand new release. It's still kind of the hotness. This is the latest Alexander Pfister game. Something a bit similar to Maracaibo and Great Western Trail, that kind of weight. But I've kind of let the rules for it, so it's just a matter of getting it played now. Sounds pretty straightforward and sounds good. So yeah, looking forward to trying it. We've got Last Will, which is one of the more traditional, older Vladimir Suki games. Been loving Vladimir Suki games recently, and this one has probably the coolest theme out of all of them, as you are basically this rich guy and you're trying to blow as much money as you can as quickly as you can. But I think it's a pretty light or medium lightweight worker placement game, and yeah, I love the idea and the premise of it. And yeah, hopefully get it played soon, but I say that about all of these. We've got Archipelago. So this one, probably one of the most intriguing games I have on my shelf of shame. This is kind of a semi-cooperative style game as you are working together to fulfill objectives, but also you only have one winner. It sounds pretty different. I've not looked at the rules yet, but I'm intrigued by it. This one might be a bit more difficult to get to the table because it needs the right group to play and enjoy it. But hopefully that day will come sooner rather than later. We have Peloponnese. This one is kind of a medium lightweight Civ style game. Your more traditional Euro. After that one for a while, and I probably will make an effort to get that one played because I tend to really enjoy these kind of games. So that is Peloponnese. Got another shelf here, so we've got Game of Thrones, the board game. I'm a massive Game of Thrones fan. I've never played the board game. This one is going to be very hard to get played. It's probably going to be on the shelf for years and years to come unplayed, because I know it's a long game. It's a pretty involved game. None of my friends are really big Game of Thrones fans. So yeah, that one is kind of, I'm waiting for the right opportunity to play it, and that right opportunity might never come. But yeah, I've got it there anyway, just in case. We've got Hamburgum. So this is a Matt Gertz Rondell style game. Another one of those traditional Euros that I tend to really enjoy. So any of these classics that are revered, I kind of put on myself that I need to play them because I generally enjoy them. So yeah, that one I'm pretty confident I'm going to like. Additionally, Antique 2. I actually picked this one up quite a few months ago. I was really hoping I'd get that one played. In fact, I was anticipating I'd get it played quite easily, but I haven't done for some reason. I might try to bump this one to the top of the queue somehow because I love Matt Gertz games. This one is pretty cutthroat by the looks of it, quite confrontational. but I do really like what's going on in it. The rules are pretty simple, but quite dry, and that's coming from me. It just seems very dry. We got the Keyflower Merchants expansion. So I love Keyflower. To be honest, I've not really even slightly exhausted what's in the base game box before introducing any expansions. So I think I found this one on sale actually. So I got it just in case when I need to inject a bit more life into Keyflower, which to be honest might never come. But no, I think it's pretty easy to inject into the game. So it shouldn't be much of an issue, and hopefully I'll get that one played soon. We've got Bora Bora. This one is certainly going to be to the top of the list. Love Steffenfeld. Bora Bora been a Grail game for me for a long time. So yeah, that one I'm going to try get played probably within the next month. We got smaller games here. This is the Agora expansion to Seven Wonders Duel. Again, that one I don't really see being an issue to get that one played soon. I just need to learn it. I know the other expansion got into the base game quite easily, and I always play with that one now. So yeah, who knows? Hopefully Agora will be the same. We've got Coup as well. This one, I can learn this rules in 5 minutes. So hopefully the next time I have a bigger player group, I'll get that one played and get that one reviewed probably in the next month or so. We have 3 Astari games here. So a couple of months ago, or in fact probably more than that, I bought a big job lot of Astari games, and these were 3 that were in there. We've got Scylla, Amyitis and Metropolis. And yeah, these games, again, another bunch of games from a bygone era of Euro games, and this one came with a couple of others that I really enjoyed that have gone straight into my collection, that being Miamis and Ys. Yeah, these games are fantastic. Absolutely loved them. Wasn't really expecting much from them, and they were brilliant. So hopefully these games will be the same. And again, a bit like some of the other games I've mentioned earlier, this could be a bit of a sleeper, and they could be ones that really do stand up well. So yeah, they are Scylla, Amyitis and Metropolis. We've got the Princes of Florence. This one I picked up at the UK Games Expo, so that was over 6 months ago. This one is a kind of an auction style game by Kramer and Kiesling, I believe. But I actually played the original, or in fact the revamped version of it, Coliseum, quite a lot, and I only picked this one up because it was so cheap. And maybe, who knows, I do really like Coliseum. I kind of exhausted my plays of it because I played it so much. Maybe Princes of Florence can revamp my interest in that game system, because this one has that more Euro feel to it, which I prefer. We've got Dungeon Pets, a Vlada Chvátil game. This one I've tried to learn quite a few times, but whenever I learn it, something new comes along and it gets pushed to the back again. Sounds actually really interesting. I like the way that the theme comes through in this one. Seems pretty... there's some pretty fiddly rules in there, but the game itself sounds interesting and different as you're trying to raise these fantastical beasts and things to try and accompany these villains and adventurers. So I like the idea of it. A pretty heavy worker placement, and that's been a bit of a victim to just being pushed back by newer stuff. El Capitan, another Wolfgang Kramer game, co-designed by Horst Rainer Rosner. I don't know what else he's designed. This one I don't really know much about. I pretty much bought it because it's got Wolfgang Kramer's name on the box, and I want to try everything he's designed. We've got Agora, this one as well. When I see these, it really is painful because I really want to play these, but just not enough time and not enough hours in the day. This one, probably the heaviest game on my shelf of shame. Very involved worker placement game. Everything going on in this one, but I really like the look of it. One of the most stunning boards I've ever seen as well. Brilliant, visual design in this one. I'm very excited to try it, but I just need to find that time to invest and sink some time into learning the rules and getting it played with the right person. The same really applies with Cooper Island. This one is a game by Capstone that came out a couple of years ago. I know Eurogamers seem to really enjoy this one, but it is on that heavier end of the spectrum. Going to be a bit more of an obstacle to overcome and learn. And again, that's going to require a lot of time investment to do that. So just need to find a time, maybe get some annual leave or something in to learn these more involved games. Another expansion here, this is Terra Mystica, Merchants of the Seas. Again, I found this one on discount. I've not really explored Terra Mystica too far, not at least to the extent I'd like to. So again, I've still got a lot to try before I start injecting expanded content into the box, but it's there when I need it. Crystal Palace, another one that I've tried to learn again and again. It's actually quite a difficult game to learn. There's quite a lot going on in this one. And to be honest, I'm going to try and push this one to the front because I have learnt it about 3 times now and I forgot it. So hopefully some of that will stick in my brain. and actually get this one played. This is kind of an economic dice placement style game, but you get to choose the pip values of your dice and you have to pay that amount. Really cool system, love that mechanism, so hopefully it plays out great in practice. And the final two here, we've got First Contact. This one is a really interesting party style game, but one where you are communicating with other people in this kind of limited fashion. Quite hard to explain, but I will get that on played soon. And finally, we've got Mafia Zoo, which is a reworking of an older Really Good Dawn game. Area control style game that I've heard good things about. This one has a weird anthropomorphic animal theme to it, which is quite amusing. But yeah, I think my brother's learned the rules to this one. So again, once I get that 3 or 4 player count, I'll probably get that on blitzed out and played a few times. That's pretty much it, really. So that's everything on my shelf of shame at the moment. Obviously, it's always changing, but there's some games that always just slip to the back of the queue. If you've got anything you really want to see in particular, then please leave a comment and I'll try and make enough effort to bump it up the list. But other than that, it's just a little fun video, really, just to give you an update on what's sitting unplayed. As always, please hit like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy my content, and check out kienda.co.uk, the show's sponsor, if you regularly buy board games in the UK. And for everyone else, I'll see you next time on Chairman of the Board. Bye.